Street dreams, hope they turn into reality. Cause nowadays all I ever see is casualty. Another homie dead, caught up in a drive-by. He got shot up in the head, they don't know why. Why the good die young and the old die broke? And the only way to make it if you selling that dope. Day by day it's getting more impossible to cope. Cause they killing so it's possible it's murder that he wrote. I gotta smoke to take away the stress that's been building. I wonder if it's a test when I catch feeling. Ask my homie Block if he can pray for me. He told me hold my head, the Lord will make a way for me. So now I'm living proof that you can make a living too. Stay on your grind and in time he'll deliver you. I'm on a bigger level now, like a bigger youth. The marathon continues, my nigga, that's what I'm giving you. Overstand they playing different pitch and underhand. Cause nowadays even solid homies take the stand. Thinking of a master.
Send some words of encouragement. Y'all stay focused. Y'all keep working hard. Believe in yourself. Prove everybody that doubts y'all wrong. Show up every day. Stay pure. Keep your heart pure. Stay motivated. Stay inspired. Show love to your people. From Nip Hustle.
This is DJ Mania.
Yeah. This is the soul of the streets. OG G-Lew. From the almighty BC. I'm just gonna speak my truth, speak facts. DJ Maniac. Yeah, hey. G-Lew, soul of the streets. I'm ahead of my time, 2023. Back with my homie Maniac on the beat. We represent the 215, the 213, 267, the 323, the 818, the 445. We spit that fire, the San Quentin, I shoot that wire. Going higher than I've ever been. Fired on my fake friends, got it out the mud, now I'm swimming in the deep end. Homie, this is the life. Sacrifice my years, all my tears, all my fears. Now I'm living on the edge, homie. Never wanna chase pussy, I chase bread. Don't take meds to shake feds. Don't wear red, no offense though, homie. Still need bloodshed. Back from the dead to shed my light, spread my truth. I tell no lies, I bear all fruit. If money is the root, then our souls are the evil. Cause we living for the dollar, like Marvin said. Homie, make me wanna holler. It's like politics as usual. It don't matter who you know. This is how we get it though. We cop and chop and split it down the middle. Fuck the middle man, cuz we do no riddles. Shout out to my homie Pizzle, Chill Will, Flossy B, Hank Jizzle, Queen Jean and DD. In the name of the almighty BC, I'ma keep it 3G. Yours truly, cuz G-Lew. Soul of the streets. I'm the soul of the streets, homie. G-Lew. 89 original. Been there, done that, done it all, seen it all, lived it all. Just trying to give a call to the wild, to the youth, to the truth. DJ Maniac, he did that.
Man, where they doing it at, man? You know what I'm saying? We out here chilling. G-Lew in the town, man. We out here smoking good, doing what we do. Peace, man. We gonna stay in traffic like James and Grace.
Chilling with my boy Malik. Spellman, Dr. Ism, we here.
Yeah, live on the G-Lew show.
Where they doing it at, like that right there.
Where they done it and do it and scripting and scrapping. And,
that part.
And, you know.
Give me 1 second, people. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Hope you can see me good. What's up, good people? What's popping? Welcome to the After Hours Live Show, Wednesday Q&A. Give yourself a round of applause. Shout out to our sponsors, Street Level Clothing. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Shout out to DD. Shout out to my boy Big D, keeping it real in the chats. He'll be our guest this Friday night for interview. Friday night interviews. We'll have the homie Big D. He will be keeping it real on the G-Lew show. Saludos, big dog. This Friday night is going down. Again, shout out to my sis, Western Ave Queen, XCs and all that. Shout out to Sunday show, the #1 rated Oldies Rule Forever with G-Lew and They Love. Tune in this Sunday. We got something special. I'm gonna just say that. So make sure you tune in this Sunday night. Conversations in the Hookah Lounge Saturdays. DD and the ladies. You already know what goes on. But check it out, man. It's Wednesday Q&A, and tonight, as you can see, look, what does it say? Trust issues. Trust issues. Yes. Talking about trust issues tonight on Q&A. Thought it'd be a cool topic to talk about, man, because you already know, sis. Because everyone got trust issues, man. It's hard to trust people these days. Even the people you trust, you don't even trust them fully anymore. Because it's just so, shit is just so scandalous out here, these days. 2022 it's just been this way. And you see the type of shit that happens, what goes on, how people will do you. It could take a whole lifetime to build trust and all of that, and it could just take 30 minutes to take it all away, and it's just hard these days to have trust in not only people but things, ideas, stuff that goes on, and even in the society, this world, politics, church, there's so many things to really find trust in, and let alone someone's word and type of things like that. So we want to talk about trust tonight, trust issues. Man, I don't even trust myself, homie. You feel me? Real talk sometimes, man. It's really real like that, bro. But I trust God. Got to trust God. You got to trust. He's the only one you can trust and go to. You know what I mean? In the ninth inning, in that time of that what is it? Hour of chaos. You know what I mean? When you in the hole, you know what I mean? When you get put in solitaire, whatever the case may be, that's the only one you got. That's the only one that's gonna be there with you, homie. It's God. Can't. Fernie with the sauce in the building. What up to my homie, Big Fernie? Fern Dog, what's popping, homie? Good to see you, bro. We're talking about trust tonight, man. It's just briefly, we're here for a minute. I just tap in on Wednesday for a hot second, homie, and just put something on your brain, in your ear hole for a minute. You know what I mean, to get you back through the week, and some topics we all feel that are close to heart, and trust is one of those, man, because we all like I said, nowadays it is hard to build new trust and trust in people, but that is like one of the most important things. You're talking about credit, like you told Frog, you got credit, I got you, Holmes. You know what I mean? Trust is that. You know what I mean? It's your word. That's all we have out here, like as men, as real honorable men and homies like that come from the streets, and that you know what I mean, stuff like that. That's your most important credit card, man. Like your American Express, you don't leave home without it. Your word and your honor. You don't leave home without that as an honorable dude. You know what I mean? That's all you got. If your name is bad, like a lot of people know, if your name is bad in the streets, homie, it's all bad. You know what I mean? Just like when you behind the walls, if it's bad on the streets, it's bad the same way. You know what I mean? So that's all a man really has is his word and his honor. You know what I mean? For real. Uh Ought to be pissing me off. Okay. Shout out to Yvonne Berkeley, cousin Marcy, who assisted me on the radio show tonight. We kicked it with the homie Big Three from the Lynch Mob 3. Had a great time. She sat in for Queen Jean because Queen is under the weather. So shout out to Marcy, Yvonne, much love. Thank you Thank you, cuz. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna talk about trust tonight, man. Trust issues. You know, trust is just like, man, I don't know, man. Even like, especially in today's time, it's hard to trust anyone. Like, and it's almost like it's cliche, the word trust, because deep in your heart, you really know what trust is, but it's shit is so watered down, just like everything else today, is that you don't even take it like even when you meet people or certain things, I don't even think you expect as much. You know what I mean? Much from people or that person. Shout out to my boy Incredible Javier. Make sure you follow that channel if you don't do anything else. Make sure you follow that channel. Incredible Javier. Big interview coming up this weekend with the homegirl Corey, part two. Looking forward to that. So make sure you tune in to Incredible Javier's channel. Brenda with love. What's up, Brenda? Um, yeah, but I think that the trust is so cliche that, I think it's a second thought, even though that's real important, especially if you're a man that comes, honor or someone that comes from the streets. We all know respect is everything and trust. You don't respect or trust someone, you don't really, you know what I mean? But nowadays it's almost cliche because, it's so watered down that you probably don't expect much out of someone, and it just is what it is, I guess, right? I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. Um in 2022. The shit is just so watered down, you know. But speaking on trust, let's get into some of these questions and answers that we got from the panel and our producers. Because I could talk all night about that. Let me see. Let me break it down to you. The synopsis of the situation: trust issues. Trust is the act of placing confidence in someone or something else. It is a fundamental human experience. Trust is necessary for society to function. It can play a large role in happiness. Without it, fear rules. Say that again. Without it, fear rules. Trust is not a either or proposition, but a matter of degree. Some life experiences can impact a person's ability to trust others. When a person has trouble trusting, when a person has trouble trusting others due to betrayal or other personal reasons, or are just lacking in trust due to an action or things the one on the receiving end are doing. This can be with anyone from relationships to friendships or just plain strangers. Trust issues cause a lot of issues in future events and can cause disappointment and missing out on important situations in life. All righty. Right, very true. Let me see. Let me see. Big D keeping it real said just like the beginning of life, you have to earn trust. Yeah. But what I mean is the cold thing about it, like you just said, you have to earn trust. But the cold part about it is you could earn trust from someone, earn it, and it's been withstanding for years and years, and all of a sudden they could just throw it out the window and it make you be like, wow. You know what I mean? So then it's hard to trust again. You know what I mean? Just like it's hard to love again if you've been in love, and it's like, certain things affect you differently. Unless you're just one that just, I don't know, you're shallow or you don't really have like, you know, deep feelings like that. I don't know, man. It affects people differently. Shout out to Nay Love. What's up, Nay? That's my partner right there on Oldies Roof Forever Sundays. We got something special for you guys Sunday, man. So make sure you tune in. Number one rated show on YouTube Sunday nights. G-Lew and Nay Love. What's up, Nay? Um, yeah. Sorry, I don't see all the comments. And again, this Friday, the homie Big D will be keeping it real right here on the G-Lew Show. Tune in. Tell a friend, tell a hater to tell a player. Okay. Now let me get into some of these questions. Let me see. Let me see. Western Ave Queen said, trust is trust is no new barter system based on IOUs with no collateral. It's indeed watered down. Ain't no love out here no more. Just talk about dumb shit for real. Yeah, I agree. Have a few songs for karaoke. Okay, we might have to get that popping too, huh? But check it out. Let me get to some of these questions. Okay, questions. It's Q&A. Questions and answers. Trust issues. Why do people have trust? Why do people have trust issues? Okay, I guess that's getting to the root of everything. Why do people have trust issues in the first place? Do you guys think? Quatic amigos. Much love, homie. Much love. Much love. Why do people have trust issues right there? Oh, okay. Oh, that's incredible. Javier has the karaoke. Okay. My bad. I'm late. Or I can't see one. Okay, why do people have trust issues? Okay. Okay. Me personally, I think, like I said, already speaking on, people have trust issues because they've dealt with broken trust over the years, and sometimes it starts from a very young age, like, or it can start when you really think you trusted someone or love someone or whoever, and they break your heart or they break your trust. But sometimes trust issues start real early and young. You learn as a youngster certain things growing up in your teens. And even though that's adolescent, it's not the same because I don't think people, nothing but love. What's up? Greetings, greetings. I don't think people we know any better. Like when we're real young, and even in our teens, we're not fully developed and fully mature enough. I know guys aren't to know really sometimes what they're doing. So you may break a lot of trust barriers and lie, do a lot of foul shit when you're in your teens and stuff because you probably don't know better. But when you become an adult and you do these things as an adult, you know what I mean? That's a problem. And that says a lot. And that's where I think trust issues come into play because people deal with um trust issues like even as an adult, and it breaks you down because things get more serious when you become an adult. You know what I mean? You don't have time to play around, especially later, early 20s, you're still, young, but at a certain age, a certain point in your life, you don't have time to play around with people. When someone breaks your trust, that could really like f you up. You know what I mean? Um, Javier said, "I think we can become accustomed to being let down. So a lack of trust becomes a defensive mechanism." Ooh, I like that one. I like that one, Javier, because I said that earlier. Like, I think it's to a point where you don't even expect much. Like, I like you, or you don't look at it the same. Like, I'm not gonna go into this looking for this, that, or expecting this person to be solid or trustworthy. I'm just gonna do what I have to do, whether it be business, whatever the case may be. How you're dealing with this person, you'll just deal with them on that basis, opposed to trying to look for something further, or maybe we can become. I don't even think people look to be like extra, like really become friends with people. Even if you deal with them, you deal with them, for whatever you deal with them for. And I don't even think it's like disrespect or anything, but it's just that, like you said, people just, now you don't even really think that much of it. Like I don't expect much. I'm just gonna deal with this person for that. Maybe if it becomes something more, it does, but I'm not looking for that or expecting it because a lot of times we are let. So much. Yeah. Shout out to nothing but love. Much love to you. Um, Fernie with the sauce. Trust is earned. I think if I can't trust you, I can't mess with you to avoid the BS. Yeah, that part. But that's what I mean. But sometimes you don't know someone until you think you can trust them, or it's like yeah, and then that's when they hit you with the boom bop, boom bap, boom whatever. I personally ain't been did wrong on that trust issue tip, but that's because I did all the shit I did by myself or with the few I knew would stay with the code. But I know niggas that done switched. Yeah, we know a lot of them. I'm like you too, like me too. I try to like I don't even like you said, um, put myself in a position like that. Anything I need to do, I do it myself, too. I'm like solo dolo. I don't include or involve or have to, do anything to expect anything from anyone. So, I look at it that way. Um, Javier said I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but like you said, I have low expectations, so I'm glad when people exceed. Yeah, that I like that, Javier. Look, Javier always has the. That's why I like that guy right there. That's a great answer, Javier. You know what I mean? You don't expect anyone, but expect much, but when it exceeds it exceeds the expectations, that makes you happy. You know what I mean? And it's just rare. You run across good people these days, like Javier. You know what I mean? Since I met him, that's a good dude right there, solid dude. You know what I mean? And it's hard to my homeboy Big Devil in the building. What up, Big Dev? That's another solid homie. Like it's you know I don't know. It's very few. That's why I love my family on here because all of y'all are solid. You know what I mean? All the homies and the females. I got some real solid queens out there that ride with me. You know what I mean? So it's all love. Um, Let me get back to these questions. Let me see. Okay, how do you gain trust in a relationship after shady behavior by one or both partners? Okay. How do you gain trust in a relationship after shady behavior from one or both partners? I mean, that's already like a red flag. If you're trying to build trust and it's already shady activity and behavior, I mean, that's already a red flag. Um, I was gonna say, let me see. Shout out to the homie Monster. Much respect, everyone. Monster, much love, much love. Um, Shout out to my boy Big Dev again. Go check that interview out if you missed it from last week. Me and Big Dev, Big Devil interview. It was dope. Check that out. Um, yeah, but I think if you already got shady activity early on in the relationship from one or both parties, that's already a red flag. So I don't know. I mean, I think in 2022, look this part. I think in 2022, you don't need to people both ways, women or dudes don't need to play with one another like about stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you're not in it like that, and I know dudes run game, you know what I mean, and all that, and tell ladies what they want to hear, you know, I understand. But at this point in time, especially mature older dudes or women, you don't need to play with people like that. And that's again trust issues why women and men don't trust each other. Or it's hard to accept someone, even though you think they may be a good person, but it's hard to accept them because you don't really know, what's really behind that, mask that people wear. Because people wear masks because no one ever shows you that, even whatever social media, they're not going to show you when they wake up right in the morning and yeah, well, you're gonna see you at your best, right? So when you get past that and really get to know someone, that's when you trust and all that comes into place. So I know I'm rambling, but the question was again, how do you gain trust in relationship after shady behavior by one of both partners? I don't know. That's shady already. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, you can't build on something that isn't solid. That part. You can't. There's no way. Shit's gonna crumble every time. True intentions. What do you mean, Brenda? True intentions. That they show their true intentions by shady behavior already? Nothing but love. True. You don't. Let me see. Let me see. True. You don't build a house on sandy ground. This shit don't work. It's gonna crumble. You know what I mean? When the rain comes, it's a wrap. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Off top. You feel me? So we got that, I guess. I don't know. How do you let if they actions not it's actions, not words. Yes. Yes, I agree. As Teddy P said, looks like another love TKO. That part. That's what it looks like. You can't let the actions of others dictate how you feel about another. I agree. I agree, Devil. It's on a person to person basis. That's how I deal with people too, and with everything. It's on a. I never go off of what it was or what perception or rumors or past. You can only go person to person. And like the homie Javier said, you don't expect much, but if it exceeds and the person winds up being solid, hey man, that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, it is what it is. I don't expect like everything. I look at everything just too like I'm not expecting anything. We do what we got to do in this world. We have to do certain things that we have to do. We do them and don't look for much else. Just like you go to work, you go to your job. You shouldn't be taking your job home with you unless it requ- it acquires it. You know that's part of your job to take it home with you and other things. But if you just work a regular 9 to 5, or whatever, you go in and work, get your hours, and you go home. Don't take all of that home with you, stressing whoever at the job stressing you out. You go there and do your job and go home, and don't get really caught up in at work environments and all the extras that go on at work, because it could be a lot of extra shit that goes on at work too, right? That's a bunch of BS. About to crash out. Okay, much love, everyone. I trust this is going to be a dope show and look forward to the replay tomorrow. Keep killing it, G-Lew. Thanks, Javier. Shout out to my boy Incredible Javier. Go check out his channel. Much love. Thank you, bro. That part, Deb. Not no piggyback hate or love nonsense. You got to take the individual as they come. I agree. Good night, Javi. Stay safe. Um, yep. Bang that like button though. If you don't do nothing else, bang that, bang that, bang that, bang that shit. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. That part. That part. You got to keep it pushing, man. You know, work will definitely have you figuring out trust. Right. You can't get caught up at work, man. Not at work, man. You know what I mean? Go in there and do your job and go home. You know? Let me see. How do you let your guard down after you've been hurt? Aaliyah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, Brent. I was just singing. I was like, I'm singing that song. I don't even know who. Yeah, that's Aaliyah. Rest in peace, baby girl. Um, the question is, how do you let your guard down after you've been hurt before? I mean, again, it's on a person to person, situation basis. Like you can never like depending on how hard you've been hurt, what happened, what the circumstances were. That's gonna affect you always, no matter. You know what I mean? It's always gonna affect you. Every situation that's traumatic or whatever affects you in different ways. You know what I mean? You just take it in and you move forward. Um, you know, again, it's on a person to person basis, though. You can't take that with every. Of course, you have your guard up with everything, but if someone can make you bring that guard down, it's just what it is. It's human nature. You know what I mean? And that still may not be the right one. You know what I mean? But we can't dictate that. I think that's just human nature type stuff. You can't some things you can't dictate or fight or whatever. If that certain someone makes you bring your guard down, it's just what it is. You have to just be on point, as best you can. But you're human, so you're not perfect. Brenda Leah was fire. Yeah, she was. She was. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. Um, when a person can't stand, let me see. I would say, who's worthy of your trust? Who is worthy of your trust? Yeah, who is worthy of your trust? Who can be worthy of someone's trust? Like, who could be that great or be that be that mother, like be that one that he or she can get that trust? Who is worthy of your trust? Let me see. Brenda said sometimes the person that hurts you isn't aware of it. So it's important to let them know how you feel and try to fix it. Yeah, that yes, I understand. And like you said, the person that's hurting you may not be aware of it, but then again, they may be aware too as well. And then, like you said, if you tell them about it and try to fix it, what if it doesn't get fixed? What do you do? Because sometimes people that are hurting you or taking advantage of you do it because they know they can. You know what I mean? Or you may have gave them that opening to do so, and now that they're doing it, certain people do things for certain reasons and take advantage of other things just because they can. So that could be a tricky situation. But yeah, it's worth a try to yeah, you definitely have to let the person know how you feel and try to fix it because you have to speak up for yourself. If it doesn't get fixed, then that it's on you then, and you have to know better and know okay what's going on and make the decision, you know, for yourself. She said, "People hurt people hurt people." Yeah, fronting with the sauce. That's hard because the person you least expect sometimes hurts you the most. That no, that's Fernie. That's facts, bro. Yeah, it's hard, but it's the facts. The people that do hurt you the most are the people that are able to hurt you the most, meaning your closest ones. They are really the ones that hurt you the most, and it's only because they can. Because someone that's not as close to you can't, even if it's an enemy or whatnot, they can't really hurt you or harm you because they can't get close to you like that. Someone that can hurt you the most is someone that knows you. And it's sad, but it's true. Yeah, right. For everyone agrees with that because everyone has probably felt that one time or another. Man, people that hurt you the most are the ones closest to you. That's facts, factual, actual, and factual. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Next question. So we said, who was worthy of your trust? That's up to you. When a person cannot stay in a relationship or maintain a friendship, is that their trust issues or is it they can't be trusted? Oh, let me read that again. When a person can't stay in a relationship or maintain a friendship, is it because their trust issues? Is it because they have trust issues or is it because they can't be trusted? That's deep. Sometimes people got to look in the mirror, huh? Like you see a lot of people like, damn, why female she can't keep a man or do or whatever. Why? Maybe them, may not be the other person. We don't know. I don't know. I just think people need to know at this point again in 2022. You've been in a relationship. You're not in one now. You're seeking a new relationship. You get a new relationship or whatever the case may be. Know what you want. You know what I mean. Don't play around with people that you deal with. People, if you know feelings are involved, if you don't think it's serious, whatever. You guys, blow steam all day. But if you get serious with someone, keep it real with that person. Respect yourself by respecting them. You know what I mean, and keep it real. You know what I mean, and no reason to play games with anyone at this point. Know what you want with someone. If you don't want that, keep it real and move on. You know what I mean? But be truthful, not only with the person, but with yourself. First and foremost, if you can't be truthful with yourself, you're no good anyway. If you lie to yourself every day, you're a piece of shit. If you do that for gain, whatever, I don't know, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to God. If you do that, you're just no good. So just keep it real, man, with people, man. Don't play games with anyone. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to be someone you're not. You know what I mean? Be yourself. People respect that more and will respect you that more and love you for that. You know? That's my spiel. Um, yeah. I think it's both, but it does stem from ourselves indeed. Keep it 100, man. Keep it 100, not 50. Keep it 100, not 75, 100. Shout out to Grindhouse TV. One thing is never play with someone's feelings. Big facts. Yeah, big facts. Don't. That's how people get hurt, bro. That's how people get hurt. That's how you see those stories and all that. People get hurt, man, because you play around with people like you play around with the wrong one. It could be deadly, So just be careful, man. But I mean, at this point, what do it doesn't gain anything to play with people's emotions, lie to people or whatever. Keep it real, man. You know, keep it 100. If you're not ready for a relationship, don't be in one. But don't string people along. Don't run game with someone just to whatever you trying to do, get money or have sex or whatever. It's just not worth it, man. It's not at this point. You know what I mean? That part. Shout out to Grindhouse TV. Fernie with the sauce. I always found it better to know than to find out if you keep it real. You have nothing to lie about that part. Like save each other the time and all that. Like don't put me through a whole long, all this time invested or just thinking, and then you just turn out to be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Why? Just keep it real at the beginning. I don't want, I do want this or whatever. Just, man, just don't waste people's time. That's all. And I don't mean with that's just whatever, just being a real person. You know what I mean? Be a real person to people. That's what keeping it real is. Being real, like, you know what I mean? Just be a real person, man. That could go a long way. Like the homie Naki and Dracer said, we talking about that 50-50 love. We not talking about that 70-30, not 60-40. You should know the rest. That's right. Brother with love. Hey, serious though, man. Keep it real. Keep it 100, man. With people. That's all I ask. Like I said again, someone's word, honor, respect is the best credit card you can have in your wallet or your purse. You know what I mean? That's the best one. You're nothing without your word or your, who you say you are. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. Let me see. Let me see. When a person has dramatic and stormy relationships, is that because they have issues? When a person has dramatic or stormy relationship, is that because they have issues? I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. You got some issues. Gee, you've been reading my text. Hello, I was talking about this today. Oh, for real? Wow. That's that. I don't know, Brenda. That's great. People think. I want to say I don't know. I don't know, but it's real though. That's all. Real frequencies. That's all that is, sis. Um, when a person has dramatic and stormy relationships, is that because they have issues? Yeah, I think something is going on. If you got multiple relationships that are dramatic and stormy, you may have some issues. Let me see. Let me see. In fact, that song G5050 Love Knockout and Drexter. Yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my shit by them. Shout out to Naki and Drexter. Let me see. 50-50 Love. Um, nah, I didn't read your text though, Brenda. I didn't do that. Let me see. Great minds think alike. That part. That part. So that last question, I guess if yeah, you may have some issues. Do you think feelings of mistrust can negatively impact a person's life? Yes, I do. Let me read that again. Do you think feelings of mistrust can negatively impact a person's life? Yes, because if you've dealt with mistrust a lot in your life, like I said, it can start from young. Some people deal with that at a young age. Parents may whatever the situation may be with the parents may not be of good standings. You know, people get molested or all type of different things that people I don't even get that you don't know what people dealt with, and it could definitely have an effect on their life, of course. And trust is at the top of top of that, because now you don't know who to trust, how to trust. That sometimes could turn people to be doing the things they do that you wouldn't like. You could see a very pretty girl or a innocent looking girl, and you may not know this chick is really like real scandalous and does a lot of shit you would never know, but she was driven to that at a young age, and you just would not know that by looking at her. You know what I mean? You would not know the type of life she's been through or what she's been through since a young child, because you just don't know, and all you see is a pretty innocent young girl or fine or whatever you see in her, and then she gonna be the one to game you or rob you or whatever the case may be. But she just doing what she do, you know. Shout out Writers for Life Films up in here, my boy JT and the fam. Much love, man. Make sure you follow their channel, man. Incredible. They got incredible things on their channel. Go follow that channel, Writers for Life Films. Um, let me see. I have a stormy relationship with my sister, and she's my only sister. I keep my distance, and we get along better this way. You know, I hear that a lot, man. With a lot of siblings, like mainly with females, like um their sisters or whoever, that they don't have a good relation. Like I hear a lot of like stories, like wow, you would like be like, wow, this is your family, and then it even affects all the way to my family. I got personal family, cousins and stuff, females that they don't, it's real traumatic, I don't know, dramatic. I don't know. It's just really it's like fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's like wow. So I've heard a lot of stories like that. And that's just sad to say, being that you guys are sisters and you have to deal with that. You know what I mean? Siblings, period. We all have that in our family. And we wish it could be better, but it is what it is. That's the link right there for Writers for Life Films. Hit that link and follow that channel. We love you back. Yeah, there's some good people over there. Go follow them. Traumatic. Yeah. Yeah, so that definitely can have effect on people's lives. You may not even know how it has an effect, because some people are just, you know, people work differently. You have people that do have problems in their life, and they wig out, they express themselves a lot, they're loud, but immature, whatever you may call it, act out. And then you have other people that are real quiet and may have a lot of stuff just bottled in, and you may not know all the shit they got on, but they're still cool and calm and collective. But they can be real dangerous too, because they got a lot of shit that you may not know that they've been through, just bottled in. They don't speak on it or talk about it or none of that. They just go keep it moving. You know what I mean? But that don't mean it went away. So when you got all this shit up in you like that, but you're a cool dude, you may not act out and do all that. You're cool, calm, and collected, but you got a lot of shit you're dealing with in here, especially a lot of trust. So those are the ones that are really dangerous, though. So it goes, it can go in different ways. Shout out to my homeboy Polo the Cholo. What up, my brick up in here? DD said, "I love my sister's death. Wish we talked more. We're so busy." See what I mean? I don't know what that is. um, what did Fernie say? Oh, my bad, Fernie. I will say it is dope as hell when you can talk to someone as an adult and just be open with no games and come to an understanding about each other. I agree. That's why I said earlier, man. Even earlier when I was like saying, when you come to someone in a relationship or friendship or whatever, be genuine with people. And, you shouldn't be about, the games and all of that, unless you have another ulterior motive. And, I don't know, but in 2022, I don't know who does that, but be genuine with people, because, like you say, it's just, it feels good. That's why I love, like, now we can have platforms in this when different people can connect in the minds and get on that level with each other, and like you said, just have conversations. Sometimes it goes bad, sometimes me, I never promote the bullshit, never, none of that, but we see that going on with a lot of platforms too. Grown men are acting ignorant, but as a grown man or woman, you should be able to talk about anything in a mature manner. You know what I mean? Without getting ignorant and all that, you know. But hey, who am I? But I agree too, Franny. Let me see. Western Ave Queen said, I ain't never did no dulo twist on nobody. If you got what you got, it's because you had it coming. Just like myself, I got shot twice. We all face karma. I can't speak on trust per se. That's real spill. It's real spill, Western Ave Queen. Anything that someone got is because they got it coming. You know, in 2022, we talked about, what did we talk about last week? Karma, right? That's what we talked about last week. And karma is real. And that's something you can't never run from. So if you got something, it's because you got it coming. If not, you know, sometimes we hope we cleared all our debts, but we don't know. That's what we talked about last week. How do you know when the debts are clear? Like when your debt is clear, like say like now when you work on your credit and all that, they be letting you know what's going on with your credit. You clear this, you clear that. How do you know? How can you keep up with your credit report with karma? That's a cold game right there, huh? That's some shit we just don't know because you don't keep track of the bullshit you did. Huh. So and that's one thing. Remember we talked about too. How do we know when it's like we can turn our life over, get saved, or whatever? But if we done a lot of foul shit, do we still have to pay for that? Is it still you know just like Western Ave Queen said, you got what you got coming. You know what I mean? So we talked about that too, and that's a whole nother. I'm not gonna go there with it, but you see what I'm saying. Um, Grown people talk things out open and honesty. It's how you build trust. Exactly, exactly. We have to be adult and see when you're having conversations. That's another thing. People have to know how to be adults about it and to be. And I know it's hard, you know. But some people are sensitive, some more sensitive than others. So when you're having a conversation with people, one little thing said or the wrong way, or they people take it the wrong way, now the conversation is turned and it just goes to bickering and back and forth, and who can get the last word or who can So you, it- you have to keep it mature as well. I've seen a lot of shit go left, especially with you females, man. I know that females can get real catty, you know. But we just have to learn how to just keep it mature, man, and be adults, you know. Especially when we got younger people watching us, you know. Always do the right thing by people and you won't be looking for karma. That part. That's the best way to clear yourself of debt, you know, or whatever. Do right all the time. You know what I mean? For the most part, you know, we're not perfect, you know, but all the time, like my homeboy Hank said from Long Beach, try to live like God is watching you, you know, so that'll cut out. That's like being on a diet or going to the gym. You're gonna cut out a lot of fat. Of course, you're gonna still have some stuff here and there because you're not perfect, but you will cut out a lot of fat if you live your life like God is watching you. If you know you always just like there's cameras everywhere now, but they're not everywhere. But if they were, you would move a little more carefully because you would want everybody seeing everything, right? So it's just a thought. Let me see. All right. Do you think trust issues come from people not getting enough care and acceptance as children? That's a good question, I guess. Do you think trust issues come from people not getting enough care and acceptance as children? I think that's a good question because that can affect certain people. Again, I think everyone is on a person to person basis because I've met a lot of people and dealt with a lot of people over the years. Not saying I'm the but I see a lot of things and I see a lot of people act differently in different things. And I've heard different stories of how they were raised or how people were raised, or even how I was raised and how I act. I look at all that and observe it and analyze it. And that can have an effect on certain people in different ways. You know what I mean? So and again, it could be different ways because you don't know what person or what some people have done. Some people have just dealt with some certain things that one might not say is that dramatic, And then some others may have dealt with some real shit as children, from trust issues to even deeper things. And of course, that's gonna stick with them and stay with them as they get older, even as adults. And then you don't know, like I said, you don't know the certain things some people have gone through deeper than we may not know. And we don't know if this is what turns people into serial killers and crazy people and people that do crazy shit. We don't know, because when you look at some of these stories of the people, like say like the Night Stalker, anyone that grew up in LA, you know, if you, I don't know how old you are, you know what I mean, but if you were anywhere in that age group, like you knew who the Night Stalker was on me. Like that dude, I was kind of young kid, but I mean, he was all over the place every night, sometimes close to 10 minutes from your house, right? So it was a lot that summer. It was real hectic. People, I used to go to sleep like with a knife in the bed with us. You know what I mean? Until he got caught. So certain things we really remember. But I'm just saying this to say I saw his story like on Netflix or whatever, and everything he went through as a kid and the family and all these things. So you don't know what people really go through, especially as a kid, what they witnessed or did to make them the way they are and what they grow to be. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The homie Bandit from Family said it's cool because said it's some households that had town apartment homes, but they still ended up jumping off the porch because he was still missing something. Yeah, exactly. Those sometimes them be the worst ones that don't really have to be out there, come from a good home and all this. Sometimes them be the worst ones because they got more to prove, or you think you do. You know what I mean? You think you're missing something. You want to be like your friends that seem cool. You know what I mean? That you can go over their house all the time when can't come over your house like that. You know what I mean? But you can go over there and it's always all good, and they parents let them do whatever they want to do and all that. That's cool to you. So you leave your house, your good home, where they probably have structure for you and want you to be something, to go over here and feel like you can be rebellious and do all that. You know what I mean? That happens every day in a lot of homes. Shout out to Monique. What's good, Monique? Good evening. Sometimes there's no love in those homes. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. And then the most homes, some of those homes, you think where it's all love and they got everything and doing all this, they're missing love. Like you said, they may have it all and spoiled and all that, but they don't have love. So that's what they seek too. You know what I mean? And then the other households, they may have the love, like got love for each other, but they don't have anything else. So they got to go out there and get it. You know what I mean? So a lot of these things clash and every day. You know what I mean? That's what makes the streets and the world, turn. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let me see a couple more of these questions in. Um, how many times in the workplace can a person get overlooked before they get trust issues? How many times in the workplace can a person get overlooked before they get trust issues? Ah, that's true, G-Lew. Yeah. That question right there, I can't really, I don't know. How many times in the workplace can a person get overlooked before they get trust issues? I mean, at work, who do you trust at work anyway? Like the people that work there, their best interest is their company, not you. I mean, so anything you go up in there and get, you got to take. Not meaning take, but I mean, as far as respect. You know what I mean? As far as worthy of what you're paid, raises, whatever, you got to go in there and take it because, yeah, their main thing is their interest, not yours. So you got to go in there and get that. It's trust issues from the get go. I don't, do you really trust them? It's business, not personal. Read that again, G. I said bandit from IFG. This growth. We don't trust our enemies, but right now we can't trust the homies, but be cool with what we call ops. Bandit from IFG. Okay. So bandit from family. Let me read that again. Bandit from family said it's cool. Cuz said it's the same household that had town apartment homes, but they still ended up jumping out the porch. Okay. Something. Uh, okay, but yeah. So that last question, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know about as far as the workplace, and that's a person to situation basis too. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that's just working at a regular certain shit to someone with a high position in a corporation or someone that's part of a firm. It depends on what that situation is. That could be different. So that ain't something I can really answer straight because that varies. Like I said, a lot of this stuff varies person to person, situation to situation. You know what I mean? Get out. So a lot of that stuff is just kind of I don't know. Um, you feel me? Um, let me see. If I'm saying I can trust an enemy but not a hoe. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel you now. Okay, I get what you're saying now, for real. Yeah, that says a lot. You can trust an enemy before your own homie, and that's what the shit is it's gonna turn to out here. You know what I mean? And that's what I said again at the beginning of the show. The ones closest to you, the ones that hurt you the most, man. That's actual factuals. The ones that are closest to you hurt you the most, opposed to a so-called enemy, because the enemy is just someone that just don't like you or y'all got issues or whatever and they want to do something to you or you to them or whatever. But that's just as far as it goes, meaning when I see you it's on or whatever. But that's just it. You know what I mean? You going on about your life, they're going on about theirs until you see each other in traffic. Someone close to you is someone around you all the time, knows you and knows your patterns, knows what you do, what you eat, when you sleep, who you kick it with, who your family is, all that. So at any time they can hurt you the most. You know what I mean? So that's the facts of that. That's the facts of life. And it makes you hard to even trust. But you can never, I can't, that's why you can have it out 100 times with your brother or sister, but you still gonna, fuck with them again. Depending on how serious it gets, like you said, some of these people we're better off. I love them, but we it's from afar. You just have to know how to deal with people, but you still gonna love them. You know, um, but yeah, that's the sad part about it. People closest to you hurt you the most. So-called enemies can't really do anything to you unless when they see you or whatever, or depending on how bad the beef is. But it's just a talking and a thought until you see each other. They the real enemy, which shouldn't be the case. Yeah, yeah. Facts, facts, facts. Um, so yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is. It was just good conversation tonight. My older brother. And it's sad that family, like you just said, I see that with my family, other parts of the family. Family be the worst. We as far as with the issues and trust and not fucking with each other and all that. Boy, we be the worst at that. Yeah, you could be a brother or sister, not even deal with them at all. You know, and that's crazy. So, but it's true and it's facts and it's life. You know, what do you do? What can you do? And the older we get, the more stubborn we are, stuck in our ways. So we ain't coming off nothing. I don't know, as men, I know women be different. Like women be faking a lot. They be hating each other and be loving each other the next day. I can't do all that. I be seeing some weird shit. But yeah, the older we get, the stubborn we are. And it ain't even stubborn. I just believe at a certain age, like I've learned too, certain shit is what it is. You can't change it. You would love to. Like it's certain things I wish I could tell. Like certain things you want to for someone. You don't have to say names, but certain people you love, it be family. You want this for them and that, but you can't change them, or you can't do. You could say it till they blue or you're blue. It is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? So you could just take it or leave it, or just love them from afar or whatever. However you have to do it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't change someone at a certain point in life. You know what I mean? So that's why like Javier said, it is what it is these days. How you deal with people, person to person. But you know, hey, I don't know, and I don't know if love is lost. That's something I want to talk about too. When you're dealing with trust, trickles down to love and how you love someone or even relationships. It's hard these days, man. If you ain't married already, got you someone already, it's gonna be hard to really gain that person. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard because again, you have to gain trust, man, in someone, and that's something that could sometimes, man, do you have the time and patience for that at this point in your life? You would love to, you hope, love to run across good, solid people, but you know, 2022, and we done lost all the real ones, man. I don't know if it's any left. It's a few out there, but we all the real ones we lose, right? That's the fucked up shit. We lose all the real ones. Man, so I don't know. With that being said, I think that's all the questions. I'm not gonna hold you guys tonight. We just kicking it here for a few minutes on Wednesdays. Nothing really serious. We just come in here have a good conversation. So Friday though, what we do on Fridays and Sundays. Fridays we got a new interview. My homeboy Big D from Whittier, where the highness are much prettier. Now we're gonna talk about coming up in East Los Angeles, Whittier, California, Quiet Village to be exact. My homeboy Big D, he's gonna be keeping it real this Friday. So make sure you tune in. 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. Shout out to my producer, DD Hairston, our sponsor, Street Level Clothing, my co-host, partner, Nate Love. Shout out to Brenda with Love, Western Ave Queen, and everyone that makes it happen. Shout out to everyone. My homeboy Fernie with the sauce. Much love, my boy. And we'll see you guys this Friday. And don't forget also, we got some great interviews coming up. The following Friday, we got my homeboy Love Machine. So we're gonna have some fun the following Friday. And then the following Friday after that, we got my homeboy Bandit coming back. You know what I mean? From Lowell Street, the Greenlight Gang. The homeboy's been blowing up with his book. So he's gonna come back too. So we got some great interviews coming up this month. So you guys stay tuned. Go back and check that Big Devil interview from last week. It was classic. Much love, everyone. We'll see you Friday. We are out of here. Peace.